Oh, good. There you are.
You people again. You shouldn't be loitering around here. Don't force me to arrest you.
Think we've established you couldn't even if you wanted to.
What?
Law, quit it. We're not here to argue with you, Captain. We've got something to deliver to you. Here.
That's... That bracelet. Is that my brother's? Why are you giving this to me? I can't help but wonder what my brother is planning with all this.
I'm not sure. That said, I think he was being sincere about everything he told us back there. I've met a lot of good people fighting to liberate Dahna. And I got the same feeling from Miguel that I did from all of them. I think we can trust him. I think you're a good person too. Otherwise you would report on us and the Gold Dust Cats, right?
What makes you think I won't?
Because Miguel trusts you. And that's enough for me to trust you too.
You're a pretty unusual guy, Alphen. Do you go around acting like that everywhere you liberate people?
What do you mean?
Sorry, forget it. It's nothing.
Okay. Anyway, I think we'll find out more about what Miguel's planning soon enough. All we can do now is wait and see what happens.
I guess so.
I guess we just wait for things to kick off.
Yeah, looks like we'll be staying at the inn another night.
It's Zare!
Hold on. She's got something tied to her collar.
Oh, she left.
It happens tomorrow. They want us to meet in that underground quarry.
Then we should prepare while we still can. We'll spend the night here at the inn again. Well, this is it.
Yeah. What angle is the Lord gonna take?
That depends on Miguel. Let's hurry to the quarry.
Next petition! Step forward!
My lord, please hear my humble request.
Who goes there? Halt! Is that Magal? The traitor?
Guards! Don't let them get any closer! His Excellency's life is in grave danger! Kill them all at once!
Wait.
Stay back, Your Excellency. It's too dangerous.
Enough. He cannot harm me. Nor, I think, does he intend to do so. Isn't that right, Miguel?
Indeed it is, Lord Dohalim.
I have heard many a rumor about you, but I suppose we'll have more time for those later. You have made some rather interesting friends.
He has something he wishes to show you. We are here to make sure he does.
And what could that be?
Please, my lord, you needn't give these miscreants the time of day. I shall personally...
Silence, Kelzelik. I wish to speak with them. Please, you were saying.
It's what's in there, my lord. Have you ever walked all the way through the quarry, my liege? Right to the other side?
Now that you mention it, I don't believe I have. It's a Dahna medical facility of some kind, is it not?
I think you need to see for yourself, my lord. All I ask is that you witness this before you pass judgment upon me.
Then witness it I shall. Kisara? This man is your brother, correct? I would like to ask that you personally escort me while in there.
I should warn you, what lies ahead is fraught with danger. You should all take care and stay on your guard as we proceed.
Danger? What could be so dangerous about it? It's a regular workplace, isn't it?
You'll see. Please, I ask only that you trust me.
Sounds like you all need to rethink your medical facilities around here. Hospitals are supposed to be safe. Quite. Kisara, let's see what they have to show us, shall we?
As you wish, my lord.
Your strength is appreciated. With you, we can all breathe a little easier.
I didn't realize you held my strength in such high regard.
I meant what I said before. Anyone who tries to fight you will have a hard time of it. How long have you been wielding that enormous shield?
Ever since my first job as a guardsman. Our duty was to stop any attack dead in its tracks, then take all that momentum and turn it right around to smash the attacker.
But why bother blocking in the first place? Wouldn't it be better to just dodge the attack and hit back immediately?
Try doing that when you've got someone standing behind you that you need to protect. This shield is a symbol of our conviction as guardsmen. Every time we successfully block an attack, our fighting spirit only grows stronger.
So what you're saying is that, unlike Law, you can actually take a hit.
I'm right here!
This area right here is where the real Heart of Darkness used to lie in Menancia. It wasn't unusual for the holes we dug in this earth to become our graves, and for the stones we mined to serve as our tombstones.
That's right. I can remember it so clearly. I remember how the adults used to describe this place. Like it was setting foot in the gaping maw of a monster. But anyway, that's all history now.
It is. All the bloodstains on the rocks, the still air, the constant stench of death. We're very lucky that it's all in the distant past. The smell of sweat and debris still hangs in the air, But at least now the Dahnans of Menancia can live with joy in their hearts. And it's you that we have to thank for this, Lord Dohalim. We would never have come so far if it wasn't for you.
Miguel, why bring all of this up now? What exactly is the point?
I just wanted to remind us. I think it's important that we remember how precious the rights we enjoy under his lordship's grace truly are.
But I still don't get why...
You'll understand soon enough. For now, I simply want you to keep what I've said in mind as we continue our journey.
It's teeming with Zeugles. Are they kept here as some kind of deterrent?
Not that I know of. This is where the spirit vessel is housed, so it's no place for beasts. What's going on? Where are all the laborers?
You're the only one who doesn't seem in the least bit surprised. Perhaps you'd care to enlighten us?
All in due course, my lord. But first, just a little bit further. Once we reach our destination, everything will become clear soon enough.
Fine. As you wish.
I noticed your shield just appears out of nowhere whenever you need to use it, just like Shionne and her gun.
Does it use the same Renin transferal technology too? Don't you need astral energy in order to use that?
You do. Obviously, I can't cast arts myself, but I'm equipped with a device that has the necessary energy charged into it. As long as I'm using the device, I can call forth my shield whenever I like.
Equipment charged with astral energy isn't all that rare.
So basically, there's nothing special about Renin technology that prevents Dahnans from using it?
No. But as you might expect, normally they'd never be given any of it in the first place.
It's not as if just anybody gets to have it here. You need to earn Lord Dohalim's trust before you're allowed access to it.
What makes you so sure he's not bribing you?
Rinwell.
I'm just being honest. It's not normal.
I can understand why you'd be skeptical. However, Elda Menancia truly has transformed and evolved from the sort of realm it once was.
Yes, she's right. And that's exactly why I...
Miguel?
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain more once we arrive at our destination.
Wow.
You're being charged. Give me a shout.
Right. Thanks for the help.
You have to aim for the burn area on their back.
Aim for the weak spot.
Eagle, that's where you done it.
Take this!
Far enough. Eagle fly.
Here I come!
I'm ready.
Lightning orb!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
You're finished!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
Here I come!
Ready to go.
In here!
This ends now!
Sparta!
I'm on! You're on! Sword Rain Alpha! It's over!
Do it!
Here I come! Rising Lava!
We do it!
You're mine! You're finished!
Denied!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
I'm not done! You're on! You're finished!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Blow away!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger. All right.
I didn't know you could use arts like that.
Yeah, but still, what's with that smoke and these Zulus around here?
How long have they been mining this place out?
Since before I was born. Or so they tell me. Probably for decades.
That long? I'm impressed the place has never caved in during all that time.
An opponent like this should be easy. Rising Lava!
Ready to go!
Sword Blade! This time! You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
Flying free! What did they just do?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
Listener sets and shots! That's my cue!
Not done! Shut him down!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shionne. This is...
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing! Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There's always room for improvement.
Any injuries?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! It's over!
Here's evil!
Swallow Blade!
Going in! Eat this! Going in! Where are you going? I'm going to work!
Eat this!
Tiger Blade! This one's mine!
Short Rain Alpha!
Tiger Blade! Mega Blade! Now I'm in the field!
It's over!
Evil
Swallow Blade! You're mine! It's over!
By the
Rising Wiper!
Hurricane!
Any injuries?
Now you see what I can do!
Forward up!
It's over!
This one's done!
Hurricane! This one's all mine!
Eagle fly!
Burn!
Do it!
Take this! Swallow blade!
Go in! Let them all know now!
It's over!
Healing circle! Do it!
Swallow blade! Slice!
I'm gone! I really know this!
You're mine! It's over!
I never miss!
I'm ready for the next battle.
What's this thing?
Bad feeling about this.
Going in!
Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine!
You're finished!
Look sharp!
Here I
One
come!
more!
You're
Tiger
finished!
blade!
Rising Wyvern!
Eagle fly!
You're on!
Look sharp!
Go for the weak point!
Tiger blade!
First strike!
Freelancer!
Take this! You're finished!
Here's a healing arc!
Swallow blade!
First aid!
Blow away!
Not done!
Tiger blade!
You're on! You're finished!
Anything in order! Go on!
Strike!
This one's
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This place is a lot more complicated than I expected. Is this the right...
Out of my
This
way!
one's all mine! Burn in hell!
I'll smash you!
Look sharp!
There!
I'm on!
Do it!
My turn!
Nothing gets
You're
by
mine!
me!
You're on!
Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alphen!
Hear my call!
Horn up!
Here I come!
Burning!
It's over!
Make it break!
You're mine! My turn!
Demon
You're mine!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Are you on alert for your brother? You needn't worry so much. He's not the type of man to act rashly.
Right.
Dispose of the trash. I never miss.
You're finished! I'm on it! Flash! Rising Wyvern!
Annihilate Tiger Blade! Do it!
You're finished!
Eat this! Who wants to
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eagle Tiger Blade!
Eat this!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning!
Make it
Laser
rain!
Spear! Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Eat this! Searing Flame!
I'm not done!
Don't get complacent.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
This one's ready and ready!
It's over!
Rising Lava! Here comes Tiger Blade!
No escape!
Now you see what I can do!
Aim for the weak
Watch
spot!
this!
I'm not done! Slash! Sword Rain Alpha!
Where are you going? Going in!
I'm on it!
Back into the fray! A Tiger Blade! Mega
You're
Ray!
finished! Swallow Blade!
Water!
Not today!
On guard! Denied!
Coming! You're mine!
Talon Hear my call! Do it!
Take this!
Spread! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
Gotta break through! Here I come! You're finished!
Going in! Reload!
Take this!
Tiger Blade! Mega Ray! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Going in!
Try this on for size! Rising Wyvern! Not a chance! Not a chance! Strike!
On guard!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tiger Blade!
I'm on it! Here I come!
Do it!
Thanks, Shionne. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Laser Spear! Pierce evil!
Here I come!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Make it rain! Here goes!
Onward and upward.
Looks like we've arrived.
This is the way to the medical facility, right?
You'll see. Let's keep going.
So there really is an underground lake here. Tell me, where is the medical facility?
It's not here. In fact, it never even existed in the first place.
But I've seen people carried in here with my own eyes. Where could they have all gone?
The answer is right in front of you. You need but open your eyes.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to say that they all drowned in this lake?
No. They're just what you see before you. What's left when matter ceases to be matter. Perhaps the scale is throwing you off. Let me show you what I'm getting at.
What?
No way. It can't be.
So then, this entire lake is...
Yes. All this is the hollowing.
I still don't follow, Miguel. What happened to your hand? And what is this hollowing you speak of?
This is what I wanted to show you, my lord. When a life form's drained of its astral energy, its physical form breaks down completely. A death leaving no physical remains. All that's left is a reflective substance, the only proof that matter once existed at all. That hollowing is the substance that fills this lake.
This whole lake. How many people? How many Dahnans?
You actually expect me to believe all that? That an astral arts illiterate Dahnan would know of this unseen atrocity? And that I, a Renan lord, would have no knowledge?
I have one last piece of evidence, Lord Dohalim. This is a fruit of Helgen. The cause of all of this.
What are you doing, Miguel?
Here is your proof, my lord. Proof of the bounds of your knowledge. Proof of the countless Dahnan deaths under your watch. No, they were not merely deaths. Those Dahnans were completely erased. And now, the only testament is that lake of hollowing.
Miguel!
Someone close to you is behind all of this. This person is amassing huge amounts of astral energy. You have to stop them. You're the only one who can prevent Menancia from returning to the living hell that it was once before. I beg you, for the future of the utopia you have created, please stop them. Don't let your dream die just as it's become a reality.
Wait a minute, I don't know if I...
Miguel! Miguel! Miguel!
Forgive me, Kisara. I'm sorry. It was the only way I could open his eyes. I didn't have much time left anyway. Please, help our Lord Dohalim to make our greatest dream a reality.
Nicole? Nicole?
Stop! That voice! Make it stop!
What is this? His master core's going berserk! Nicole!
I know all you want, Dahna, but we need your help. We've gotta get him under control.
Damn! As if he wasn't already strong enough!
Pray forgive me this, my lord.
I can carve through armor!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Confiscate!
Coward Hurricane!
Leave me for me!
Far enough!
That rock is huge!
Watch out, everyone! It's over!
This one's mine! Lost my turret! Good shot!
Swallow blade! Liberate Alpha!
I really owe you one. Flaming meteor!
You're mine! You're finished! Take this!
One more!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Liberate Alpha! Rising Wyvern!
Stop this! Watch it!
First strike!
I'm gone!
I'm on!
Flaming meteor!
You're mine!
Risen tail!
Lightning!
Tiger Blade!
Swallow blade!
Watch this! This one's mine! Ready and
Breeze
ready!
Lancer!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here you are! I never miss!
I can carve through armor!
Here's a healing arm!
Take it! You're done!
Flame of fury! Burning strong! Here's evil!
Denied! Eagle Flash! Go in!
Take this!
Healing
It's
circle!
so try harder!
Big Blast!
Here I come!
I'm gone!
Swallow blade!
First Tiger Blade!
There! One more!
Go in! That's it! Tiger Blade!
It's over!
Coward Blade! Crescent
You're
Moon!
mine! You're finished!
Tiger Blade! Eagle
You're
Flash!
mine!
All minutes you hear it now!
Mega Ray!
Burn in hell!
By the power of water!
Eat this! What you Flaming meteor!
Here, let me help! Here, let me help!
One more! Eagle Blade!
Into the shadows!
Look sharp!
Crescent lightning!
I'm on it!
Shattering!
Attack time! I'll smash you! This one's
Not now! Not ever!
First aid!
Look out for the charge attack!
Nothing gets through me.
Inside sweat!
It's over!
Into the shadows! Not in your dreams!
This one's mine!
First aid! Going in!
Four!
No escape!
Tiger Blade!
Will this
Bring it
work?
far enough! Look sharp! Down! You're all watch this!
Glacier Field! Here's the evil! Breeze Lancer!
I'm on Howard Hurricane! No further!
He stopped moving!
Get him down!
Please forgive me.
Tiger Blade! Far enough!
You're finished!
Go
You're
in!
mine!
Here, let me help!
Ignite!
Tiger Blade!
Throw the top field!
Eat this!
Try harder!
Fake Blast!
Can't move!
Come on!
I'll heal you
You
all!
have to hold on! I'll smash you!
Healing
bring you back from death's abyss. Going in. This one's mine. Water. Here. Tiger blade. Will this help? Going in. Healing. Where are you going? I can only Tiger blade. Going in. This one's mine. Water. Hear my call. Going in. Here's evil. Ready to go. Freeze like that. Crumble.
Take this.
Forward up.
It's over.
Going in. Tiger blade. Here goes. Tiger blade. Eagle. Nice while it lasted. Going in. Going in.
Armor won't save you. It's on.
This one's mine. Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There.
I'm on it.
Good shot.
You're finished.
Hurricane.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Going in.
I'm not done. I'm on it.
Water. Hear my call. Eat this. Rise and ready. This one's mine. Now. This one's mine. Hear me.
Take this.
Burning.
Here I come.
Here's this one. This helps. I never miss. This one's mine. Tiger blade. Anything normal is all mine. This one's mine.
This one's all mine.
Here, let me help. First aid. Hear me. Flame of fury. Burning strike. Water. Hear my call. Glimmer dragon. Going in. Healing circle.
I owe you one.
Tiger blade. Eat this. Think again. That's glacial spear.
Ignite.
Freeze. This one's mine.
Take this.
I owe you one back.
Swallow blade. Try harder.
Eat this.
Here I come.
I'll heal you all.
Strike.
Ready. Big blast. Tiger blade.
Here I
Let the
come.
marksman handle this. Not on my watch. I'm gone.
You're mine.
Denied. Lunar blast.
Slice.
Annihilation. Anything in order is all mine. By the power of water. This one's mine. Now you see what I can do. Tiger blade.
I owe you one. Ignite. First strike. Rising water.
This one's mine.
You're mine. You're finished.
Glacier speed. Here's evil.
First strike. This should do it. I'm not done.
Rip and tear. Tiger blade. Annihilation. Mega ray.
No escape.
Tiger blade.
Sword Rain Alpha. It's over.
Arch field. Hear my call. This one's mine. Tiger blade. Now this is yours. Look shot. One more. Tiger blade. This one's shot. Here's a healing one. This one's mine. Tiger blade. Rip and tear. Up. Here's a healing one.
I'm on it.
Tiger blade. Hear my call. Eagle. This one's mine. Here's evil.
I'll save you.
This one's mine.
Does it.
First aid. I owe you one. That's it.
Tiger blade. You're mine.
I'm gone. Mega ray.
You're mine.
Tiger blade.
Here I come.
you all right? What was that just now? I understand this is a lot for you to take in, but Miguel trusted you.
Impossible. I have no such power. Truth be told, I never wanted this. I never wanted to be a lord. However, competing for a position in the crown contest was required of me, and in the process, I took the life of a dear friend. The life I took and the bloodshed, the hatred that it earned me. It was far more than I could ever bear. But the screams and tears of the slaves, they would reawaken my memories of that day. The memories of my friend's scream, and the tears of the one who mourned him. I couldn't take it any longer. I didn't want to remember.
So that's it? That's the real reason you freed the Dahnans? Just so you wouldn't have to listen to their screams?
Wait. So everything you've done...
Precisely. It was simply to distance myself from all the pain and death, all for my own selfish ends. And if it made everyone happy in the process, well, then that was just an added benefit. Or perhaps I truly did believe in those ideals at one point. But living up to them was never my aim.
Impossible. Your dream of coexistence? The ideals that you always championed? So you're saying that everything you stood for? You're saying it was all just a self-obsessed lie? Tell me it isn't true, Lord Dohalim. Because my brother believed in you in your dream!
Forgive me.
So this is who you really are?
Stop!
Let go! Let me go! Let me go!
It's enough, Kisara! Stop!
I'll tear him apart! I swear I'll...
Are you trying to ignore your brother's dying wish? He entrusted you with his dream!
Just kill me. I'm nothing. I am but a shell of a man now. I'm just a pitiful coward who shrank from his duties. I would only ask that you make it quick.
This man... This is the person my brother died for. And for what? For what? I need you to get out of my sight right now. Go, before I change my mind!
Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balsef was. There's no need for us to fight him, Shionne.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys! I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzelik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Dahnans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Dahnans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzelik. There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes. What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really. But there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us. We're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. Best clamp down on things at the source before they get out of control.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for whatever welcome.
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Dahnans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too. I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim... Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? And let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Dahnans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Dahnan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey, Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out! Looks like trouble. Capital P!
Get together, we've got this! Fight, my lord! Take it!
What's the shot?
You're mine! Should take down their defenses!
I see one,
You picked the wrong fight!
Flying free? Why can't they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
You're finished!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
It's over!
Here goes! Turn your blade! Flame of fury!
Get at them!
Here I go!
You're mine! No escape!
Going in!
Here I come! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here I come!
Take your break! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Not a chance!
Freaking does it!
Here's a healing tiger blade!
It's over!
Far enough! Make it rain!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
No choice! Now you'll learn! I won't show you any mercy!
You got
This one's mine!
Here I come!
This one's mine! Dark Field! Glacial Spear!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I need to be stronger. I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
Noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
Start up!
Glacial Spear.
We're not finished!
All into you.
Away! You're finished! Take this! Megasonic Thrust! First strike! Crush!
Make it rain!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade.
Whipping kick! Go away! Take this!
Let me help.
It's over!
First aid. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. An astral art?
That's my cue.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm only getting started.
Here I come! Be still!
So much for talking it out.
Where are you going?
I can carve through!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Glacial Spear.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Look sharp.
Shut him down.
Destruction!
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all... along, is that it?
Right.
Right.
An opponent like this should be easy. I see one, eh?
You think that shield will save you?
It's almost destroyed.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Freeze laser!
You're finished. Be still.
Here's evil!
You're mine.
This one's mine!
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Look sharp! Going in! Hear my call!
Destruction. You're finished. It's on.
This one's
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There's always room for improvement.
I can read your moves like a book.
We're not dead!
Here I go. Only getting started.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! Front!
Glacial Spear. Eagle Storm. Tiger Blade.
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice.
Far enough. Anything in armor is all mine.
They really don't give up, do they?
I can carve through
This one's mine.
Take this! You're finished! Damn it!
Do it!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Ignite!
I'm on it! This
Not in
one's
your
mine! Everyone hanging in there?
Get lost!
You're mine!
Bring him down!
You're finished!
Rip and tear!
Here I come! Roll me down!
Where are you going?
Going in! You're mine! Fire support! Take shield! Shut up! Take it! Fire! Destruction!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for. But
This isn't enough to go on.
let's dispose of the trash.
Bring him down! Take this!
Armor won't save you!
It's on!
Watch for their ranged attack!
Fire support! Take it! No escape! Ignite!
Tiger Blade! Denied!
Do it! You're mine!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
You're mine!
Here goes!
Look sharp!
Crescent moon!
You're mine!
Make it rain!
Destruction! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
No backing down!
Bring him down!
No shield can stand up to these fists!
Destruction!
It's almost too strong.
Be my guest!
Here's evil!
You're mine! Ignite!
Their arms were interrupted!
That's like you!
Shut him down.
You're finished!
Going in!
I'll smash you!
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Going in! Lost in water! Tiger Blade!
You're finished!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Not a chance.
First aid!
Don't
get complacent.
What's this thing? So what is Mahag Sar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dahna. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
I never miss.
I'm ready for the next battle.
Look, another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I go.
My turn!
Go.
On guard!
Take it! I'm on it! Destruction!
I'll run you through!
I need to be stronger.
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march to the
All yours! Take it! It's over!
Not on my watch!
That's
my cue!
Shut him down! Eat dirt!
Fred! Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. Water, hear my call.
Here I come!
Talon Hurricane!
You're mine!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I never miss!
Take this!
Going in!
I'm not done!
Well then, let's keep moving.
This looks nice and tough.
Even if Dahnans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive.
Gotta break through!
Bring him down!
It's over!
You're doing away! Fire support! Blade and fist! Engaging!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Look sharp!
Split it open! Be my guest! This one's all mine!
Far enough!
Burn!
Do it! Run well! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang!
I can feel my power growing!
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go!
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave wouldn't know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Dahnan for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Dahnans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel. My brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother! And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself? Amazing! Here I come!
Get a word!
Where are you going?
I'll smash you!
Going in! Water! Here my help!
Lightning thrust!
Here I go!
I'll hit you here and now! Rising focus! You're mine! Head forward!
Meteor!
Take this!
Here's a healing arc!
Finish!
Crumble! I'm gone! I'll help you!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
I'm on time! You're
mine!
You could use a hand. You could use a hand.
I'll pick you up!
This one's mine!
No escape!
Going in! Denied!
All mine! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Going in!
You're finished!
Take down a hurricane!
Not today!
Another meteor!
Take this! I'm not done!
Look sharp!
I'm not done!
Tiger blade!
I'm not done!
This one's mine! I'm gone!
Primed and ready!
Hurricane! Here I come!
Even armor won't save you! Annihilate! This one's mine!
You're mine! You're finished!
I don't feel so hot.
You're should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun? No way.
Piercing
Here goes!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Blow away!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Tiger Blade! Come on, roll now! Water, hear my call! Corruption! Confiscated! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Nothing gets by me!
Breathe laser!
Take this! It's over! Ignite!
Eat this! I'm just getting started!
It's over!
Denied! Rip and tear!
Here I come!
Look sharp! Take this!
Corruption!
Be still!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You're mine!
Look sharp! Take this!
It's over!
Piercing
Here I
roar!
come! More Suko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Destruction!
One more!
It's over!
Where are you going?
Take this!
I'm gone! Eat this!
Here comes something big!
Try to dodge! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
This one's mine!
Sword! Crescent moon!
Ready.
Tiger blade!
I owe you one! Take this!
Go ahead!
I'm not...
I'm ready to go!
Now!
It was nice while it
Eater!
lasted.
Here's a healing art!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
That's my watch! I'm all
Destruction! Try
Can't be
harder!
happening!
You'll pay for that!
Will this help?
I can carve through armor!
Here I come!
Healing free!
Tiger blade!
You're finished!
Far enough! Appreciate your help!
It's over! Destruction!
Look sharp! Piercing roar!
Here I come! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
You're finished!
Eagle on guard!
Take this! Destruction!
Tiger blade!
I'm on! You're mine!
Here, let me help!
Rip and tear!
Aid! I'm gone!
I'm on it! Tiger blade!
Burning strike!
Water! Heal! I got you! There are interrupted!
Burn in hell!
I'm on base!
This one's mine!
Crescent moon! Tiger blade!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuffed up!
Smash you!
Mega ray! Tiger blade! Annihilation! Hear me!
Big blade!
It's gonna attack!
Rex, watch out! Sighted!
Look sharp! Eat this! Crescent moon!
You're
I'll heal
mine!
you all! Tiger
It's
blade!
over!
Eat this!
You're mine!
Denied!
Healing power!
Sword! Flaming meteor! Recover! Piercing roar!
Hear my call! Spread!
Almost there!
Oh, close enough. Take it away, Law.
I thought you'd never ask!
Dazzle!
I'm gone!
Rising Falcon!
Let them look!
Tiger blade! Now I'm in the
Destruction!
groove!
Lightning! Downfall!
Here, let me help!
Tiger blade! Water! Here! I never miss! Here goes!
All good things come to
Here
an
I
end!
come! It's over! I have no limit!
Here's a healing art!
It's so clever! I'll smash you!
Let's go!
Time is done!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Piercing roar! What's this?
Here's a healing art!
Guardian field! Alright, I'll run you through! I'm gone! Tiger blade!
This one's all mine!
Far enough!
Try
good things come to an end.
One more! Tiger Blade!
Take ready!
Crescent move!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Going in!
Through its gate!
Tiger Blade!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
The door!
Hitting strike!
That move!
Here comes the big one!
Flame! Reload! Sighted!
Is this it?
Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menencia. Go to Mahag Sar, Ganeth Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Dahnans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Dahnan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Dahnans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Dahnans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Dahnan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
How's this?
I'm afraid I can't.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Dahnans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going, I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Dahnan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
Yeah.
What?
I think Hoodle senses something.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Menancia Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
Maha... What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for. I think it's safe to rest here now.
Yes!
Right.
No way.
I don't believe this!
Great!
Very nice.
What?
I guess...
Law.
Yeah! Whoa! Is that... Oh, this is bad. Real bad.
Ah!
Just great.
Yes!
Man, that was amazing! No. But
wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
See? What did I tell you?
Shionne, you've got sauce on your face.
Something. Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
Over so soon?
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now where might those fish be? I've got a good feeling about this one. That was disappointing. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. Nope. No need to thank me.
Is it just me, or have those two bears...
I know, right? But after every...
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the...
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should...
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim...
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it.
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that...
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every...
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and...
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move in.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to...
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically...
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you...
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this!
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as Lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Colaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Colaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
All right.
run from my art.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Okay.
Prepare
to be sealed!
Can't get out of this! Prepare to be sealed, though fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
In a bind? You require power! Can't get out of this! It's time!
Eat this!
I'm just getting started!
Here I come!
Take this!
Lunar Blast! Lightning Orb! The spray! Raging
In a bind? Watch it!
We're not done! Talon Hurricane! Here I come! Quiver Blast! You're finished!
These fists have got your name on them!
Annihilation!
Talon Hurricane!
Here!
Can't get out of this!
Lunar Corruption!
Crumble! Take this!
Glacial Spear!
Eat this!
Fierce
Lightning
Evo!
Thrust!
Talon
Storm!
Prepare to be sealed now!
It's over!
No further!
You're mine! It's over! Destruction! Eagle Fly! Destruction! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
You require a hand. Can't get out of this!
Raging Cat!
You're mine! It's over!
Liberate! Shionne! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I think I'm getting stronger.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'll smash you!
Far enough!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Come on!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Come on! Ignite!
Now we're not...
I never miss!
The enemy feels harsh too.
We'll soon see about that!
Can't get out of
Do it!
Rip it, cut!
Well, get toasty!
Burn! Strike!
Right, next one!
Already on it! It's over! I'm on it! Constructed! Rip it, tear! Sonic thrust! Win!
Now!
Mirage!
Shionne, get toasty!
Burn! Strike! I'm on it!
Lightning all rage!
It's over! Take this!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hit!
Not a chance!
Move action! Leave the torch to me! Now!
Rising Falcon!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
I can feel my power growing!
Hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah.
Now you see what I can do!
It's time! Denied! By the power of water!
Timber Dragon!
I'll heal you all!
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Heal force! This one's mine! It's a win!
I wish I could roll like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Alphen?
Please!
Do it!
You are...
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now! This time!
Do it!
Look
shark!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Eat dirt!
I'm on! Take this! Do it! More with that!
Take this!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
More Dahna ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build... anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time.
No holding back!
Here I come!
This will be a piece in a bind!
Now I can let loose! You're finished! Sonic Thrust! Demon Plague! Okay, here I go! You got fire!
I got this! Let him mark these enemies' arms to me!
All yours!
Milk and plate here! Denied!
Away! Front! First strike! Take this!
I can carve through armor!
I never miss!
Come on! This one's all mine! Eat this!
Do it!
Take this! Looks like we... won. Sure have built up a sweat for this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's that big tower over there?
We should be able to cook here.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
We did a lot today, didn't we, Hoodle?
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right.
She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him.
You
know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
This way, I guess. Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess. This way, I guess. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Dahnan to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly! You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Reload!
Here.
Hear my call! My watch!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Take that!
Leave the charges to me!
Take this!
Here's evil!
You're mine! Here I come!
Touch the dust! Searing denied! Put the mark on that freaking does it! Powered hurricane!
Here I come!
Freaking does it! Mega ray! Eat this!
I'm not done!
Enjoy.
Flaming thrust!
Not on my watch!
Entertain
Powered
me.
mine!
I can carve through all!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning thrust! Here I come!
Here I come! It's over!
You're
Here's
mine!
a healing art! First aid!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
These fists have got your name on them!
Here.
Hear me! Flame of fury! Here's a healing art! First aid!
Take this.
Can't get out of this! Eat this! Lunar corruption!
Strike! First strike! Destruction!
Power hurricane! There! Go! Far enough! You're mine!
You're mine!
I'm on heel! Right hurricane!
Fall.
Freaking does it! Lunar corruption!
Take this!
Here I go!
Benediction light.
Mega ray!
I can heal myself, thank you.
Besides, a healer cannot be risked.
If it's that's the wisest thing you've ever said.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
Shionne, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahna astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Dahnans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Dahnan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Dahnans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?